the end dimension has been in Minecraft for over 13 years at this point, essentially being one of the most important parts of the game. However, it has remained completely untouched since it was first added. For such a crucial part of the game, you expect at least some attention over the years, but Mojang seems to have overlooked it entirely, leaving it stuck in the past while other areas of Minecraft have seen dramatic improvements. But to understand that, we first need to go back all the way to 2011, when the end dimension was first introduced in Minecraft Beta 1.9 as the final stage of the game, with a boss fight which was the Ender Dragon. But since then, the only changes made to the end was the addition of end cities, shulkers, and elytras, which was all the way back in 2016, which is now more than over 8 years ago. But the thing is, at one point in time, it used to be actually fun gearing up, finding the stronghold, and defeating the Ender Dragon, as well as claiming its egg. It just had a special feeling back then. But over time, that excitement of traveling to the end has been lost, as Minecraft players and mechanics have gotten way more advanced. Nowadays, people are literally speedrunning the entire game in under 10 minutes. Plus, killing the Ender Dragon, which was the main standout feature of the end, has gotten so easy that it's as simple as just getting a few beds and blowing them up at the right time. So why exactly is Mojang ignoring this crucial part of Minecraft? Well, there are a few theories, starting with the first reason, which is that Mojang might be keeping the end simple on purpose. Its empty and lifeless nature is a major part of its identity. Overloading it with biomes or creatures could take it away from its original intent. Maybe they're just trying to preserve its vanilla feel for as long as they can, till they're eventually forced to finally update it. Moving on, the next possible reason could be the fear of ruining the lore. Minecraft's lore is something Mojang have been working on for years, expanding it further and further with each and every update. And the end is a major part of this. Updating it might force Mojang to define the end's past and history more clearly, which definitely adds a risk of alienating OG players. Another possible reason could be that Mojang is just trying to update the rest of the game before moving on to the end. For example, the Nether received a complete revamp in 1.16, as well as the overworld, which has received updates like the Pill Garden, Caves and Cliffs, and the Deep Dark over the years. The end simply isn't a priority right now, especially with Mojang's philosophy of ensuring updates are polished and meaningful. The end is inherently difficult to design. Unlike the overworld and Nether, which are brimming with life and activity, the end is pretty much isolated from the rest of the dimensions. But while Mojang may have some valid reasons, it's hard to ignore the missed potential of the end, especially considering that the player community has already brainstormed so many countless ideas, such as adding new biomes, unique mobs, and expanded gameplay. Community-made mods and fan-made content have already proven that the end can be so much more. So why hasn't Mojang taken inspiration from the community yet? Well, despite everything, hope isn't entirely lost. Mojang has a history of surprising players with long-awaited updates. Just look at the Nether. It went from being a barren repetitive wasteland to one of the most dynamic parts of the game. There is also the possibility that Mojang is waiting for the perfect idea to do justice to the end. After all, if they're going to revisit a dimension so crucial to Minecraft's identity, they'd obviously want to make it as impactful as possible. But at the end of the day, Mojang's reluctance to update the end might come down to a mix of creative restraints. But whether it's in 2026 or 2030, an end update could breathe new life into this iconic part of Minecraft. And with how much the community loves the game, Mojang will definitely revisit it one day. But what I want to ask you is, what do you think? Will Mojang ever update the end, or is it destined to remain a forgotten corner of Minecraft? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future documentaries. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.